Mexico City Diablos taking on the Dublin Shamrocks.
From the oldest capital city in the Americas, founded in 1325, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Mexico City. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Dublin Shamrocks and the Mexico City Diablos. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And out will come the leader of this offense, and that, of course, is their signal caller.
And what I enjoyed in preparing for this game was talking not just with the coaching staff, but with him as well. And I found it interesting that the coaching staff sees him one way, and he sees himself an entirely different way.
Yeah, one thing he said he's always working on, we know he's not bad at this, but his footwork, always wants to improve that, and that's something he's going to focus on here.
And what was so funny, what the offensive coordinator said right off the top, he's got great footwork. Love his footwork. So this guy is never satisfied.
Gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
2nd and 9 now. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
It's a gain of 10. First down.
From the shotgun now. Here's an inside give. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And a quick throw here, that's complete. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Over the middle, it's complete. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
Good job there to locate his tight end, Charles, in the middle of the field.
Yeah, he has good pass-catching abilities, and if they're able to continue to find him here in the early going, I think it'll help out his teammates out on the perimeter. You can take the big shots later if he occupies their attention.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Now a handoff here to his running back. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Brought down at the 35-yard line.
Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, he's honing in on his targets, and he's delivering.
Yeah, the opening script, however, they drew it up for this first drive, going to plan so far.
A gain of 2.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
3rd down. And 8.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll be stopped here well short of the first down at the 24-yard line. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game, but it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. third down. They gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
Fourth down and no hesitation from Matt LaFleur as he sends out the field goal unit. From the right hash, it's a 41-yard attempt. And this one is right through.
He is good.
And the opening drive of the game yields 3.
Bucks 3. Diablos nothing.
So it'll remain to be seen how many drives this unit gets in, this being the preseason. But here they start with 3 points.
Yeah, I don't know that we'll actually see them anymore. They got 3 points on the board, 1 drive here in preseason. In this game, baseball caps, NFL approved, of course, for everyone.
So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And a glance here at their quarterback standing 6'3".
What I enjoyed this week is that you asked to talk to his offensive center before the game and find out a little bit more about him and what the relationship is. And that was a pretty positive story, wasn't it?
Yeah, and really what I took away from that is just how it is permeated throughout the entire offensive line, the relationship they've had. It's really a group that's in sync.
They care about him. That's the thing. They really care. And when you care that much, you're going to play that much harder for him and give him a better chance to lead the team to wins. One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
The throw on a quick slant going to be complete. 20, 10, touchdown. A big play there. 64 yards. And his guys have taken the lead. And nothing too crazy there. A quick slant, and then he just had a seam. He found a seam.
And when you hit it on the run like that, and I mean the pass right to the receiver who's already in motion and moving, sometimes he just takes it and runs away from everyone else.
And he ran it into the end zone. And the defense, they've got to adjust there quickly. That's tough on them.
That's really tough because everything was executed well. Ball was out of his hands quickly, into the hands of the receiver, and then he was gone.
He's got it. They'll see that opening drive field goal and raise it a touchdown, and that makes it 7-3. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their second drive. And last time able to get 3. That's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. Just, I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
2nd and 9 now from the 21. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Throwing into traffic there. That's complete. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they'll march up another 15 against your squad.
On first down, he'll drop the throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. It's going the other way. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
No coach or team's ever happy when someone has a turnover, but if there's ever a good time to do it,
preseason.
Yeah, right now. You know that come regular season, he's going to be ready to go, and maybe he'll remember, yeah, I don't want to do this when it comes time for the games to count.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. And a 5-yard gain as he's down inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
They'll drop to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line.
First and 10 at the 20-yard line.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And that's a touchdown, but hold on, there is a flag down on the field. We'll have to see what this is about. So retract the yardage and retract the touchdown.
And retract the chunk play. Big strike there to get the touchdown. Now they've got to take it back and see if they've got another one still in their arsenal.
And he stopped immediately there.
The ball carried by...
Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
Right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. Brings up...
They'll look to throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
From the contact. Sets up a third down. And
out of the gun now on third down. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And he gets into the end zone for the touchdown. Still first quarter, 2 receiving touchdowns for him. How are they going to slow him down?
I think they're thinking about altering their game plan. Whatever they came in with, now maybe you switch a better cover guy to him. Or you make sure you have more people in his general area wherever he lines up to at least try and discourage them from throwing the ball to him.
Extra point attempt here still to come. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. The drive summary that time, 5 plays.
Shamrocks 3.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Well, this will make it into the end zone. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard.
Dublin's offense now set to take over.
And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
7-yard pickup. Brings up second and
3. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
Oh, that was a nice job there. Quarterback and receiver reading the pressure that was brought. They both knew it was going to open up the middle of the field. Nice little shake and bake at the line of scrimmage, got right into his route. And the quarterback hit him in stride, and he was able to run free after the catch.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Going to give this time to the tailback. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
a gain of a yard. Brings up second.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
is no good. He gave it a good run. That wasn't more than a foot or so wide to the left. And this score will stay right where it is. Mexico City now to go on offense. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Now listen, now no kick from 50-plus is a gimme, but here you're indoors in a dome. You think ideal conditions.
Yeah, and it's one that he would expect himself to make, not just us expecting him to make it. Over the years, my theory is very simple. The athletic ability of kickers continues to get better and better. Check their back. They were all county, all state, at other positions, not just soccer players. These guys expect themselves to be great as well.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he will have 1st down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling.
That's how you get right up off of the mat, because on the last play, they stoned him in the backfield and dropped him for a loss. But he's the type of guy that scared me a little bit because he's not daunted. Just got right back up, showed some confidence, and picked up a 1st down with his very next run.
on first down. He'll drop to throw it. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. That catch good for only a couple.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain. Good, strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 11 yards there, first down. And he'll take this one inside the 10, down to the 8. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up second.
And a give this time to the tailback. And a penalty flag down as he gets only about a yard. And let's listen in on the call. Now they face a second and long following the holding penalty. Now a handoff here to his running back. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
Really in a hole here, 3rd and 17 following the 2 negative plays. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And maybe he hits him in stride. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
They scored touchdowns on drives 1 and 2, and now they're trying to make it a perfect 3 for 3 to start. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. Taking it in from a yard out. And his guys are going to add on to their lead. So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
Extra point forthcoming. And it's 21-3. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
And 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Dublin's offense now set to take over. And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room down 21-10 as opposed to 21-3. 21-10, a little more optimism, a little more bounce around the locker room, a little more discussion about how they're going to finish this thing off. 21-3, and discouragement clouds that locker room.
Yeah, and I think a touchdown much bigger than a field goal on this drive just to get into the end zone and get that momentum.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
Now after the holding call here, 2nd and 20. So that one a hold right guard.
And you understand why offensive and defensive linemen probably go to martial arts schools and work on their hands so often, because that can be the make or break difference on a play. This time he had to grab a jersey in order to make the play happen. Got caught for the penalty. Now this is where field awareness comes into play. He's getting perilously close to his own goal line, and after that sack, backed up to his own 2.
Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on 3rd down. And he'll get this only up to about the 3-yard line. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on 4th down.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description, because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
And on now is the punter. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. And he'll just punch it out of there, and it's not a great kick. 39 yards on the punt, give him just 1 yard on the return. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. He's only had a couple of carries. I mean, when you've got a horse like this, 2nd quarter, got to start to ride that horse a little more, don't you?
You can't just neglect him. He's got to touch it, and often, in order to get maximum out of him. Typically, these types of backs, it's the accumulation of carries, and that's when you see the damage as the game goes on.
Yeah, let's see. They're going to try to get him into the flow, we would assume here. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
They'll set up a throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
15. It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line.
Let's face it, that's just a helpless feeling for a running back there. He's looking up to find a hole, and all he finds is a whole lot of ticked-off linebacker.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, a perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 4. Looking to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another 1st down.
Well, things are definitely going right for them here in the first half. Pick a down, any down, even 3rd down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
Then he'll give it here to his running back. Going to give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Tackle made at the 16-yard line. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And he'll get 4 there, down to about the 12-yard line. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2.
Makes it 3rd and 2.
And he's got it. And he will take it in for the touchdown. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead.
All the receivers in the league are plenty good enough. Otherwise, they wouldn't make it in the NFL. But the ones that go to the Pro Bowl, they have refined route running ability.
Extra point attempt to come here. And they open the lead up now to 25 points. So that drive takes them down the field in 8 plays.
28. Shamrocks 3.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
taken in the end zone. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
At their own 25.
Well, look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. You can count his carries on one finger. They've only given him the rock one time, Charles. What gives?
So we can't draw any conclusions just yet. He has to touch the ball multiple times in order to get into a rhythm and have a chance to have success. You know who else gets into a rhythm? The offensive line. They feel better about what they're doing when they know they've had multiple opportunities to get it done.
Yeah, well, the conclusion we can draw so far, they're losing here in the second quarter. Let's see if they change tunes. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Now back to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they'll get him down here at the 23.
Number 89. It's a gain of a yard. And it's 3rd down.
Back to throw. And he can't escape, and down he goes.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. So they bring out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. 46 on his first kick, this one in that neighborhood as well. So possession goes over here on the punt, and out will come the offense as they take over. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. We're in the second quarter. They've got the lead. The lead, though, not so much because of the ground game, because of their air attack, Charles.
So what they're seeing so far is the possibility of things loosening up later in the ground game. Through the air first, maybe they have to start respecting that even more as the game goes on. And
he rifles one, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 48, and he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line.
They'll take over first.
And Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where is he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Getting set to go again as we look at the back heading onto the field again. And for him, it's been pretty limited involvement down on the scoreboard. Maybe time to turn to this guy.
And you know me well. Winning games to me means starting with the running game and continuing to press the running game. Maybe you go away from him a little bit now, but the bottom line is he hasn't touched it enough to make a difference.
Well, they haven't established that running game yet. The question is, will they? And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30.
Number 25.
A new set of downs after a strong pickup of 16 yards. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Back to throw here. Incomplete.
You could tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
Now a man open down the middle of the field, and he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
Back to throw again. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line.
7 yards, the pickup there.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3. At the 12.
This pass caught at the 4. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7.
6 yards. It's 2nd down.
Well, surprise, surprise. 1st and goal at the 1. No quarterback sneak. No running play. They decide to throw for it, but the pressure got to him quickly and put the quarterback down.
Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal. Well, pressure gets to him again. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half.
2 straight sacks have them backed up now for a 3rd and goal.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up inside the 10. And he returns it here to his own 18-yard line. How big is that penalty? Wipe out the INT.
You'd hate to be the teammate that caused that penalty and wiped out the interception. You got to face that guy in the locker room. Not a lot of fun for you, and you hurt your squad.
And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the 4-yard line.
To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal.
3rd down and goal.
They'll look to throw here. And he's taken to the ground, but he was pulled down by the face mask. Here come the flags. And I believe this is going to be a first down.
Defense. Don't do us like that.
So instead of forcing the field goal, it'll be 1st and goal.
Yeah, the force was trying to make something happen that just didn't need to, right? I mean, plays happen, let it go. It's over. Instead, he creates a penalty.
So the face mask moves him closer, and now 1st and goal. They'll set up to throw. And it's caught. Touchdown. A great play there as the first half is winding down. And his guys are able to close that gap just a bit. Until that late score here in the 2nd quarter, they only had the field goal. So that's just big to see that football get into the end zone.
Yeah, and when you look at the scoreboard now, nothing seems out of reach. They've been outplayed in the first half. But when the clock hits zeros as they head into the half, you know what I do as a head coach?
What?
I tell my team to sprint to the locker room to show that we've got the momentum and show that we're right back in this game.
And this is up and good. It cuts the lead to 28-10 now. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive.
Shamrocks 10.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
26-yard line.
And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. So time perhaps for one final kneel down before they take this lead to the locker room. So we are halfway through here in the final week of the preseason as we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. One more half of preseason football to go. And then all eyes will look ahead to 1 week from tonight, the annual NFL kickoff game. And that promises to be a dandy. In our game, the starters are long gone, but still some intrigue to see guys trying to make a late roster push as we get you back out to Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
First down and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Out is Mexico City now to go on offense. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the
They'll start the third quarter here on the ground. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
The ball carried by number
Not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
That's a nice clip and save sequence there defensively because they did everything as they would have wanted to. They forced the third down, blanketed the field with coverage, nowhere to go with the football, forced the dump off to the back, and even then they closed quickly and got him down behind the line of scrimmage. You name it, they did it well in that last sequence.
They bring their punter out there now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the third. It's going to be a 43-yard punt, just a single yard on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. And now heading back out there, here's the defense. And let's roll on these sacks. We've seen quite a few of them.
I've lost track of the number, and maybe the guys on offense have as well, because they have not been able to figure out a way to plug the holes in their protection. No matter what they're doing, at least one person is leaking through, and they're getting home and finishing plays.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
First play of the drive, lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. He'll look to throw. In trouble, and he's taken down.
10 yards, so one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
Now the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They're going to look to throw. And that will be incomplete.
Incomplete from the contest. That is.
We're into the second half now. This is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. And they'll send out their punter now as he'll come on to kick this one away. Now a fair catch taken just across midfield, maybe by a yard or two. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Out is Mexico City now to go on offense. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
They will get 4 yards here on the first down run, and that'll make it 2nd and 6.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
And they're going to be settled down around the 15-yard line. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards. Back in the first quarter, you said it, they need to avoid the big play, but he just got a big one right there.
You can't relax. You know, we talked about in the first quarter, but as the game progresses, still opportunities, and he took advantage of one there.
So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
Behind the line of scrimmage.
2nd and 11. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down. It's a gain of 7, and they're going to have a 3rd down.
Oh, I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to it and forcing a 3rd down. And a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry, the ball gets tipped in the air. Because if that happens, then it's fair game for the defense.
Again, he'll drop to throw. This will be caught at about the 6. And this will result in him losing yardage back to the 3. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
They'll try to run this one in, and he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. A great effort there. Ready for the regular season with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And his guys are going to add on to their lead. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
And now for the point after. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So that drives 7 plays in length. And it ends with a 3-yard scoring run. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Taking it about the 1. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
They'll take over 1st down and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Dublin's offense now set to take over. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Instead, they go empty backfield as they'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
The pass. Complete to number 89.
So they wind up throwing it against your advice, but the result's still a fourth down.
Well, it did turn out to be a safe throw. And you know how sometimes coaches talk about using short passing game as a run? Essentially, that's what they did there. Now they can kick it away.
Is the punt team now as this one's sent away. They'll take it on this side of midfield. They'll score down a 36-yard punt.
First and 10 at the 45.
Out is Mexico City now to go on offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain. Second down.
No gain on the play. Second and 10 at the 45.
Going to give this time to the tailback. They'll get only a couple down to the 44. And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on third down.
A 2-yard pickup makes it third and
He'll drop to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a first down.
So first and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging into our second half blowout material. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he will cross the 30 down to the 29-yard line.
he's tackled
A gain of 3, second down.
A 3-yard pickup.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's third down.
And 3.
And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
3-yard line. A gain of 3. It's now fourth down and less than a yard.
Now on fourth down, out comes the field goal unit here. And this a 39-yard attempt. And his kick is indeed good. And their lead will swell up to 28.
Takes the score. He uploads 38. Shamrocks 10.
So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
And things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front seven? As they got closer to their goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
At their own 25.
Dublin's offense now set to take over. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
A pass there over the middle to start things out. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
A gain of 9 brings up second and 1.
On play action, they'll throw. Can't get away, and he's taken down. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on third down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. It'll be a 39-yard punt, 4 on the return.
1st down and 10.
Out is Mexico City now to go on offense. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it? Touchdowns.
2nd and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Picked off at the 47. And it's a big turnover there on the final play of the quarter. Back now in Mexico City. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. And they'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
2nd and 4. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a 1st down.
And the Dublin 1st down.
Now he'll throw here out of the gun. And fights him over. In the end, the pressure too great, and he goes down.
Loss of 14 on the play.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
So, I thought that was.
Exactly what was you thinking?
I'm telling you that. I'm telling you.
I don't want to be.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Now here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
It's a gain of 8, and it brings up 3rd down.
Gonna throw right side here, complete. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the 1st down marker. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays that have been successful throughout the game that have worked at the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
And they've just not been able to block him at all throughout this game. Seems like every other play, he's doing something in the backfield. Already got 2 sacks. And now here's a tackle behind the line.
A small bit of adversity here on what's been a strong drive as they come up 2nd and 12. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. They'll get 4 on 2nd down, but it leaves them with 3rd and still 9 to go.
Gain of 4. And it's 3rd down.
They'll look to throw. And he'll go down. Right down at the 20-yard line.
Loss of 9 yards. And it's 4th.
You never want to give up a sack. And from the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it. But it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. The 4th down pass play doesn't work out. And as a result, possession switches hands. So a tough pill to swallow there. A would-be touchdown pass in and out of his hands on 4th.
Sometimes it just comes down to execution, doesn't it? Because we're always questioning, should they go for it, should they not? Is it the right play call, is it not? In this situation, everything was right except for the finish. You have to catch the ball and convert.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a 1st down. Another example of this offense really having their way, Charles, and another big chunk play there on the ground.
And then when you look at the defense, they've got to do a much better job of wrapping up when they tackle. A lot of great opportunities continue to slip through their fingers, as do the runners.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. And to give this time to the tailback. He'll get about 4 as he's past the 35 to the 38-yard line. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
It's now 2nd and 6.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Now a handoff looking right. And the ball is knocked out. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. And this will be scooped up by the defense. But he has been a workhorse for them in this game, and ball security hasn't been an issue until that point.
Yeah, and let's face it, when he's going to carry the ball that many times, he becomes more and more of a target for the defense, knowing that he's going to be the primary guy. They'll just send more and more players towards him, trying to make sure they knock the ball free.
So they need to determine if that knee was down before the ball was coughed up.
And they also wanted to make sure that the ball was possessed as they were going through it, that the ball wasn't working its way free before the knee hit the ground.
Hey, you know it. How you doing? I'm not on the doorbell no more.
The fumble on 1st down now. Here's 2nd down.
What's up, Leo?
How you doing?
Hey, Uncle Leo.
Hello.
Now a handoff here.
Yo, child.
And they'll take this from 147.
She's not different now, ain't she?
Oh, my God.
The offense on
That young lady is on.
These numbers 7 for 9
I don't know
thus far.
what.
Here it's 3rd and 2.
Busy is an understatement.
Oh, yeah. And she's tired, too.
Oh, Lord.
The 38.
Did you see that route the way that I did? I thought he was trying to get down.
Yeah, that wasn't the first option.
No, not doing. He came off of that guy.
She fun, though.
He came underneath on the drag, completed it very well.
First and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. And he'll give it here to his running back. There he goes, right side. And touchdown. A great play there. 38 yards. And the fumble recovery leads to 6 points. So another score there, and often you talk about the three phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a fourth phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the fourth quarter. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Scoring summary, 3-play drive, and a long run there in the end to top it off. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
First down and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Dublin's offense now set to take over. They had a great drive going last time. They were moving the ball, and then all of a sudden it just stalled out. So we'll see what they can do here, Charles.
And it's always easy to second guess when you don't get it on a fourth down try. But they had to like the feeling that they had going on offense. They want to continue to see if they can capture that again on this drive and maybe get in the same position.
Yeah, and that's, I mean, like I said, they were moving the football. It's not like they went 4 and out, so I don't think it's a deal where the offense doesn't have confidence.
No, I agree with you totally on that one. If anything, they may have gained more confidence. Okay, they stopped us once. That's all right. Let's keep moving it. Make them do it again.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 12 yards there and a first down.
First down, Dublin.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on first down, hitting the tight end there. Now brings up a 2nd and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
And a Dublin.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And as he throws and the ball is out, it's a live football. And the defense will get their hands on it, going the other way. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line.
All right, you've had to put up with me in this booth. I'm going to try and be simple this time and succinct. It simply has not been their night.
No, I think that fumble's kind of indicative of how this whole evening's gone, isn't it?
Without a doubt. I mean, they've tried, but nothing has ever really taken throughout the game. That's why they're down so big.
And they'll try to squeeze in one more play here before the 2-minute warning. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he will make his way back to where he started from, and that's all. As we will make our way to the 2-minute warning. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Now they try the right side here. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. The line to gain is the 33 on 3rd down.
That's a gain of 3. It's 3rd and 7.
And to give this time to the tailback. Oh, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. Yeah, he's just short. He got 6 of the 7 he needed, so that leaves a decision here on 4th and a yard. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the first down. Close it out.
And his kick here is good. And they're sitting pretty now as the lead grows even further.
48. Shamrocks 10.
So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the fourth.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. Dublin's offense now set to take over. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that, and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team, and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
A little dinking and dunking that they're doing. At some point, is it appropriate to maybe take a shot?
It is, if you feel good about it. But otherwise, you do what a coach told me a long time ago. Take what they give you, but make them tackle. In other words, get it to one of your guys in space. If you make someone miss, that could turn into the big play you're looking for.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. So long, everybody.
Yeah, it's the weekend.